Yo, welcome to another Dino Reacts. Right now, we're going to do a follow up on the migrant camps in Denver. They have, I actually found the list this time, so let's go through it. And as always, let's get after it.
At times we're in New York City and we are overwhelmed with illegal immigrants. Over 130,000, maybe more, have passed through. We expect about 80,000 still here. In some beautiful hotels they're now revisiting. They've destroyed soccer fields over at Randall's Island. But it's easy to forget other cities, smaller proportion, Denver leading the charge, actually have it worse than New York.
You know what? And this story is going to have you scratching your head. I think these migrants who have set up an encampment.
You mean newcomers?
Right, the migrant newcomers who set up the encampment under that bridge in Denver. I think they've been watching cable TV because they've obviously been watching the protesters at college campuses. And what do all the protesters want? They've got a list of demands. You want us to, stop protesting? We've got a list of demands. So you've got about 100 of these migrants, the newcomers. They put out a.
All right, so here's the list right here. I'm gonna allow the announcer to get back into it, but I'm just pausing so we can see it. And I just have to pause. I'm saying, you cannot come into this country illegally and make demands for how we're supposed to treat you. I do not agree with that. You do not come here making demands. And then what my question is, if we don't give them what they want, what they're gonna do? I want to see what that is. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as a true gun-owning patriot, let these guys come over here and try to take something from me that they didn't earn. That's not theirs. They're gonna get a rude awakening real quick. There's a blick under every blade of grass out here in this country. They're gonna get a rude awakening making demands. This is crazy.
List to the mayor of 13 demands they've got to get if they wanted the city to get them out of there. And you know what? Apparently they're caving because 100 left.
Yeah, God.
All right, so let's look at this. Migrants will cook with fresh, culturally appropriate ingredients provided by the city and no pre-made meals. Falsely false. You're going to get what we can give you. And they're saying you're here illegally. You can't even work for your own food. Go to the place where you can work and get your own food. Don't come here demanding that we feed you. We don't owe you anything. Shower access without time limits. No, you don't own anything. Everything is to be under restrictions. You are a criminal. Criminals don't make demands. Regular visits from medical professionals and visits to safety care. You knew what you were doing when you came here. Cannot kick people out of housing after 30 days without stable establishment. No. The housing is only for 30 days. And that 30 days, if you cannot figure out where you need to go back to the border. Clear. Just process before exiting someone. A verbal written warning. Verbal written warning. I don't understand that. Clear. Just process before exiting someone. A verbal written warning. If somebody can help me understand that, I don't understand it. All shelter residents will receive connections to employment support. No. We will not be letting these people take away jobs from actual Americans who've been playing into the tax bracket to people that are going to steal from the tax bracket and send the money outside of the country. Do not give them that money. I do not agree with their list, but Denver is a Democratic-ran city, and what do the Dems always do? Buckle to pressure. Democrats cannot stand up to pressure. They buckle every time. Every single time, and that's why their constituents know that's how they can break them to get them to do these completely ridiculous demands. Let's continue.
Look at some of these demands. Food with fresh, culturally appropriate ingredients, no pre-made meals. They want shower access without time limits, medical professional visits. You can't kick people out of housing after.
All right. Let's look at the second part of the list here. Consultations with free immigration lawyer and free transportation to court. No. You will walk, and you will pay by yourself. If you cannot pay, you will get deported. Simple. I understand the Democrats want to play under these humanitarian, I don't know what I'm doing rules, basically. But I'm going back to the constitutional right of protecting our borders, and all these people here are criminals. Privacy for families and individuals and share. You don't get privacy. You're in a shelter. You want privacy? Go back to your own country, apply the right way, and come over here and do it right. You have all the amenities you want, and you will learn the Pledge of Allegiance, you will learn the Bill of Rights, you will learn the Constitution, you will all three branches of the government, and you will be a full citizen. That's what you need to be doing. Transportation for kids to and from schools. No. Now you're taking away school seats, school supplies from actual American kids, especially inner city kids that really need those supplies for themselves. No separating families. You decided that by coming here. You don't have any right to decide anything. Cities must schedule a meeting with mayor to discuss ways to support migrants. City must provide document with these demands, including number to report mistreatment. Okay. They're acting like they can tell people what to do. It's not going to work. I'm saying that this is only going to get worse. We do not have the resources to take care of these people. They are living in tents under bridges and outside of the streets. They're basically homeless. We imported a new class of homeless. Why? For votes. We know that. And then what you going to do with them after this fails? Democrats have no plan. They really tried to sneak this the whole system. And it's backfiring in their faces, and it's only going to get worse. And lucky for us, it's only going to be in their states. Because in conservative states, they ain't fucking around. You're getting deported, you're going back to the border. But we're going to keep following along to see how Denver wants to go with this. But let's continue. See what new things we can learn.
30 days without something stable established. They want a free immigration lawyer. They want employment support, no more law enforcement monitoring 24/7 in the shelters, transportation for kids to and from school, just to name a few.
Right.
Well, mayor has allowed this to happen because he's a liberal mayor who thinks to come one, come all. Now his city, which was struggling anyway, is now on its heels, and they're trying to get this eyesore and this problem out of their way. It's costing people money. It's costing people access to roads. And now they want to, in the perfect world, pack up and send them to New York.
Well, here's the thing. On that list, Ainsley, you mentioned they want shower access without time limits. They want unlimited showers. The migrants said, we are not in the military. We are civilians. We want to be able to take our time. And here's the thing. The city of Denver has made this worse because currently the migrants get rent and food assistance for 6 months and free legal advice. So it's like they're getting all that stuff. And
he said they're getting rent and food assistance for 6 months. My God, there's people that's been living in the country that need that deal, that can actually do something to benefit the country, that can provide for the country. What skills? How are anybody going to evaluate the skills of all this homeless labor we just brought into the damn country? Basically, they're all over the streets. They're all and this is just the Latino saying, I've seen Africans, Chinese, man. I've seen a lot of people come to this country. For what are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? What are there? As this is America's way to regrow the population because so many people in this country don't want to have children anymore. So we have to bring in a new working class, and this is the new working class because our children want to make money all on the internet. I'm not blaming them. I do that too, but I also have my own full-time job. I work fucking 60 hours a week, and then I come and do this part-time. But I know a lot of people want to get into streaming part-time. So there's a lot of jobs out there that are manual labor that are probably not being taken care of. But when I look around, there's a lot of job openings for certain positions, but people don't want to do this type of work. People are lazy. They want the fast money. They don't want the grind. They don't want the skill. They don't want the trade. And those jobs could be there. But I would rather give those jobs to citizens or homeless or veterans. I don't want to give this to this people we rolled in without assimilating them to our culture. That's the biggest thing. We don't know what they're bringing over here. From the Riley Gaines, from the Lincoln Riley to so many other incidents that are happening in this country because of illegal migrants. We don't know who's here. And Donald Trump once said it before. They're not sending their best. And in some cases, they've proved that they are the worst.
Ainsley, one of the things was transportation for kids to and from schools. So obviously they're winding up with an education. The migrants are going to Denver because there's a lot that they can get for free. And now they want more.
They said, we're not criminals. Don't treat us like we're criminals. But didn't they break the law to get here?
And also they go, we don't want the sheriff sleeping amongst us in the shelters. We want to be left alone. I love the use of the word newcomers. The city must schedule meetings with the mayor and those directly involved in running the newcomer program as soon as possible. They're not new.
The newcomer program, they're treating these people like welcome and come in. I'm saying something nefarious is going on in this country. None of this seems logistically right, man. And the words they're using. The words they're using is to invoke sympathy with them, just to make sure. I'm telling you, man, the end result is they're planning on all these people to vote. That's why they're going to try to rush these things through. We got, what, 4 months into the election? When the election comes in 4 months, we have to make sure that we fucking, they cannot vote. That way we can get them out. And it'll be very easy. You need a valid California ID that can be registered to any type of DMV. If it's not registered, put them on a bus and get them out. There's so many ISIS detention centers that are completely empty around here that should be full as hell because of all the illegals we have in the country. And I would say I'd take that paycheck to get that job done. You can sign me up.
Newcomers. There are illegal immigrants who have no right to be here, and because of these forgiving policies, come one, come all, and these misunderstood understanding of we are a nation of immigrants, legal immigration, this is what's happened. This has never been a problem. They could sit in their city and talk about how mean people are that work for ICE for deporting people that are here illegally, but now it's their problem, and their policies are blowing up in their face in Chicago, in Denver, in Philadelphia, in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego. And now they can't handle it. They're running out of money. The people are running out of patience. And hopefully they're sobering up come November.
Everybody's got a list of demands. This is just theirs.
All right, and that's what happens when you have terrible policies at the border. That's why this administration is trying to change their policies when it comes to asylum. But as Tom Homan just told you, don't fall for it. It's window dressing.
It irks all the people who did it the right way.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page.
All right, well, that's the end of the clip there. As you guys can basically see, we are letting a lot of people in the country that we have no means to take care of them when we already have a lot of homeless here that we're not taking care of. It makes no sense. And now we have people making demands. Even the homeless don't make demands like this. You know what I'm saying? Now they're making demands as if we asked them to come here. And this is the thing that's very worried me. We have Chinese nationals, African nationals, all through the South American countries, nationals coming to this country. And it's weird, like, especially from ones that are like across an ocean. Like, how the fuck are they getting here? Like, are people going to these countries telling them that you have free transportation, free airfare into the state, and we're going to help you get in here through the border? Something doesn't sound right. It doesn't smash the smell test. So I would love to put it on all conservatives and Republicans to get out and vote and make sure that we vote this out, because it's going to get worse. They don't have the money, they don't have the resources or residents to take care of all of these migrant demands. It will get nefarious. And hopefully it does not get violent. I don't condone that, but we need to get the patriots together so we can make sure we get together and get these people outside of the country. They can whine and scheme themselves back to the border. We lock them out. They can go figure out their plan and do things the right way, especially if they're doing things illegally. So if they want to go out there and make demands and start hurting American citizens, then we completely have the right to lock them up, deport them, and make sure they can never come back again. Well, that's my thoughts for today on this video. It looks like the migrants are here to stay. They're just going to be causing more problem in liberal cities. So if you would like to live someplace where the resources are going towards the actual American citizens, I would say flee all Democratic states. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to move to Ohio bad, like very bad. Columbus at that, Easton. But that's all for today. Thank you guys for sitting with me through this. If you like my commentary, leave me a comment. Let me know I could be better. Hit that subscribe button so I can continue to do this and have fun, and like so it hits the algorithm. Once again, welcome to Dino Reacts, and as always, chef's kiss.